Hi. Just got out of the shower. My hair's a bit of a mess, but it's also cut if you haven't seen me recently. And I just wanted to pop on and just talk about what's going on in my life, what's going on in the world, what's going on energetically, and just speaking to like feeling shitty and feeling fucked and poo poo and fucked and shit and also amazing and incredible and dealing with the duality of that. So I'm really hot. I'm not naked, don't worry. I'm just overheating. I was like in the shower, I was like freaking out. And then I just had all these like downloads, and then I just wanted to pop on and just share and just talk like I would normally talk. And there's just so much I want to share. And then there's all these, like, I have all these nerves, and I'm like, oh, my hair looks so weird because it's wet, and I feel really like, disheveled and a bit overheating, and like, because I think I'm like a little bit nervous. And yeah, there's been a lot going on, and I just wanted to speak to this because I know a lot of the time it looks so, life looks so perfect. Well, maybe from what how I experience life, and it is, it's like having this incredible emotional intelligence. It's so powerful, but then there are points where life just keeps throwing shit at you. Like, I was talking to my friend who's in Melbourne, and it's like, fuck, that reality is so hectic. And me being here in Perth, like, I don't see that reality. I have my own reality with my grandma who's sick, and it's been really hard. And I had this launch the other day, and then I couldn't do it. I was so excited. I was buzzing. I was ecstatic. And it was interesting because I've been putting it off. And then I finally decided to do it. And my grandma had a fall, and I heard her, and then I had to go and deal with that. And it was hard. And like now I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to, I was like, I had this whole thing I wanted to say. And now I'm like, oh my God, my hair looks so weird and I can't stop thinking about it. And the thing is, like, that's okay. Like, we all feel like self-conscious and we all feel shitty, and that's fine. Like, I have wet hair. I just got out of a shower. I was inspired. And then I had to go through all the things on YouTube, fucking Zoom. And then I'm like kind of lost the energy. But and then I'm like so into my shit. Like, who's even gonna watch this? Is anyone even gonna watch this? What's the fucking point of me doing this? And then there is, I know that there is gonna be someone. I know that I'm talking to you. The reason why I'm on right now is whether you're catching a replay or someone shared this with you. If you feel like you need to share this with a friend, share it, because I'm talking about it's okay not to be okay. And this is coming from someone who has high emotional intelligence. I have all the freaking tools in the world, and I know so many people. And I know for me personally, as it's crazy because it was the full moon yesterday, the 20th. My birthday was the 20th of September, and I had a portal open up, and it was a time of release. It was the time of letting go of the 12 months and stepping into the next 12 months. And it was time of stepping out of pause and stepping into expansion. And the past like 30 or so days has been fucking expansive. It's been so freaking expansive, like amazing, like total transformation in wealth. And like, I went to a sister circle last night, and just I was so drained, I was so exhausted, and then I just connected to the organism of humans and our world and the planet and the collective. And I was reflecting, we were journaling, and then I really got like, I am in expansion. Like, I've been in absolute expansion of wealth, lots of new clients, like lots of money coming through, opening my heart to my partner and receiving more love and receiving support, and just thriving and having this incredible vision, incredible idea that I'm gonna maybe potentially share on this live or later. and setting myself up to really expand and share it. And then on the other side, that's the thing. We live in the world of duality. And as you expand more and more and more and more, there is always going to be the other side. You know, there's always the other side of the hand. So now I'm being fully expanded into the emotion of grief and sadness and anger. And like, I just want to normalize that. Yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, when I was about to do my launch, I was ecstatic. I was in bliss. I was like, oh my God. I was had my music on and I was like bumping and typing and channeling. I couldn't even listen to the music because it was like so amazingly intense. And I was just buzzing and I just couldn't. And then I turned the music off and then I heard and I walked out and it was my grandma and she fell. She was on the tiles of the laundry and there was like the bin lid was smashed. She fell standing up, hit her head on the fucking lid, smashed it. Oh my God. Lucky it was plastic lid and not like a corner of a glass table or something. So I walked from like ecstatic, like, whoa, to like terrifying, scary, sad, hopeless. My stomach dropped. I was just shocked. I seeing my grandma and she just hasn't been eating and she's just like such a weathered little being. And the other night I found her half naked on the bathroom floor in the middle of the night. Imagine imagine I was walking and I was just like la di da di da, turn on the light, see my grandma. I'm shocked, my lost for breath. I'm freaking out. I don't know. I can't get her up. She can't stand up. I don't know what to do. I'm just like so hopeless. I want to help. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? But in that moment, it's so hard to find the pause. It's so hard to be able to pause and breathe, to stop and breathe. And it follows you. You message your mom to tell about grandma, then she can't sleep. And then we find ourselves fighting with each other because we're so triggered and my mom's crying and then I hang up and I just need support because I don't know what to do. I'm asking grandma not to walk around because she keeps falling and she keeps walking around. She doesn't want to listen and she's not eating and it's like, ah. And then my mom is in hysterics and I'm in hysterics on the kitchen floor. I make myself wrong. I make myself so wrong. This is scary and vulnerable to share. But this is the truth. And I've always been speaking to the unspoken and speaking the truth. And yeah, I've had so much shame. But then I was able to bring acceptance to that part that was shit fucking scared, to that little girl who was helpless, to that little girl who was panicked, to that little girl who was not ready to become a mother, a carer for a baby that's 43 kilos, that she can't lift, that she needs to lift off the ground, that she needs to feed, that won't eat, that is in constant pain, weathering away, talking about dying. My grandma has always been my biggest teacher, and she forever will be. And I truly believe that I am the creator of my own reality. I am absolutely the creator of my reality. I have chosen this path. I've chosen this life. I have chosen this moment. And honestly, before 2 weeks ago, I was like, anything can happen. I could handle anything. And it's true. I can handle anything. Except in the moment, it still fucking hurts. It's fucking scary. It's painful. It's confusing. It's scary. It feels lonely. It feels exhausting. It feels overwhelming. It's crippling. energetically as well. I've been sleeping a lot, not wanting to do anything. My room's a fucking mess. Breathe, breathe. And that's okay. And that's so funny because I want to create a community of incredible humans who want to make a difference in the world, that can empower each other and not judge, not shame, give permission. And this is why I created an event. And I didn't want to share my life for you to be like, oh, fuck, she's just trying to sell me something. That's not, no, that's not fucking true. And I wrote a huge post about what was going on for me as I was about to launch this on Tuesday night after I got my fucking haircut. This fucking haircut, I knew as soon as I got it, life would burst, and it fucking burst. And my subconscious was like, "Wah!" And the craziest things happened. And but this is like what's going on as a creator. You're going to be creating, whether it's creating in your career or in your projects, in your soul work, things like this are going to come up. And I want to create a community where we can be supported in our fucking shit. And this is why I created the 3-day free event, Permission to Own Your Magic, to permission. And now I'm going through all this fucking shit and I still have permission to own my magic, to transmute shame, to use it as power. And yesterday I was sitting in the circle and we were doing the burning away. And I was like, I want to burn away shame. And then I was like, fuck no, I don't want to burn away shame. I love my shame. I love every part of me. And that's the missing link. It's like, we want to get rid of this. We want to fix and change that. But it's not about that. It's about bringing radical love and acceptance to every freaking part of you. That is what we're meant to be doing. And that is what self-development is meant to be teaching you. It's not about running away. It's not about spiritually bypassing. It's not about just sitting in the good, because that's what I learned last night. The transmission dropped in. As I was sitting there, I realized like I'm expanding. This is the theme of this year, expansion. And I'm expanding in the good emotions, abundance and wealth and money and happiness and joy and orgasm, pleasure. But there is the other fucking side, and there is the expansion of that. And the other night I just sat there and listened to music and felt so sad. But I wasn't numb. I was sad, and numbness is allowed. Everything is valid. Anger, especially anger. Problem is that these emotions are shamed and suppressed, constricted, and then they come out at people because that's allowed. But there's a healthy way to express your emotions. We're going to go into that over the weekend, the week, because it's so important. And I realize that there's just a lot moving through me, and I'm like, my energetic body is up leveling, and I'm sleeping, and I'm like freaking out, and I'm okay, and I wasn't okay, and I was like, how the hell was I like not okay, and now I'm okay, and what the fuck's going on? Mm. Mm. Just connecting to my body now feels so good, and I feel so resourced. And I just didn't before. I was sitting there having a shower. I just had a shower. I was just sitting there. I'm like, oh, I was like, fuck, I can't. I don't know. And that's okay. And that's why I'm here to share with you, to give you permission. It's okay not to know. It's okay to feel shit. It's okay to be stuck in your victim. I celebrate that. It's okay to have the most ecstatic life and at the same have so much pain. That's okay too. There's nothing wrong with you. Before I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Nothing. That is the human experience. And once we accept that part, it no longer holds. It no longer has the power. We no longer fear it. We no longer fear it. There's an interesting parable that I just read in a book about fear. And like once you accept it, and I didn't love the parable, but I love the meaning of it. I'm like, how can I create a new one? It's about this monster, and this monster who like didn't let this guy live, and he didn't want to look at the monster, but the monster, like he didn't want to deal with the monster, but because the monster was always there, he couldn't fully live his life. And then freaking went and dealt with the monster, and then the monster wasn't even there. It's kind of like that, we fear things that we make the situation worse than it is a lot of the time. And yes, there's also like fucking crazy time, and we're tested, and it's hard, and it is hard, and it's painful, and it's scary, and it's allowed to be. You don't have to be the strongest person. The secret of getting over fear is not getting over it. It never goes. It's just having the courage to face it and move with it. So I guess this is a bit of tools to really feel the emotion and allow yourself. Journal, be like, journal on what's going on for you, and feel and be sad and be angry and cry and be in hysterics and really own, like have a tantrum. Fucking journal on what do you have on tantrums. What does that mean? Because tantrums are shame, but they're fucking epic. They're so awesome. Have a freaking tantrum. It's really freeing. It's really beautiful. It's really powerful. Anyways, so that's, I feel, are my 2 senses. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I don't think there's anything in the chat. I'd love to hear your takeaway, how this relates, what resonates. What did I write? Yeah, and I just wanted to share, drop in, and just share what's going on for me. Sometimes I think some people get really triggered by my joy and happiness. And that's okay. I'm a walking time bomb, as I joke. I trigger everyone. That's okay, because I'm an expander. And now, yeah, I'd love to hear your takeaways. What do you have on emotions? How are you going? Does this resonate? Does this trigger you? Do you want to know more? Are you interested in joining the community? What are you up to? Yeah, just love. If you're watching this, I would love for you to interact and just let me know, because sometimes I feel like I'm talking to the abyss. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. But I'd love to hear from you, because I really want to create this community of giving and receiving, and really this infinity loop, and allowing this energy to flow as we take, we give, as we take, we give, and receive and give, receive and give. And yeah, I request some support in this vision. If you have a similar vision and you like to journey together, I would love for you to, yeah, join me. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I feel complete. Hopefully it wasn't too much, too long. Yeah, much love, and see you soon.